back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we're coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport, but we're going to run again over to the West Coast, Grand Rapids area right now, and now Becky Puckett-Wood, who is the Vice President of Corporate Member Engagement for Inforum Michigan, is joining us. And Ilhiana Rojas Saldana is the founder and keynote speaker at an upcoming event. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But, you know, Becky, it's always good to start with remind everybody what Inforum is and what you do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Chris, for inviting Inforum to come back. Inforum originated out of Detroit, Michigan in the early 60s when a group of, I always like to say, spicy women came together and they formed the Women's Economic Club. Our mission is simple. It's to help women lead and succeed while removing barriers. And we do this through engaging programming, talent development, as well as creating spaces for individuals to come together and network. We are a member-based organization, so we have over 4,200 members, not only here in Michigan, but across the country, Europe, Canada, and Mexico now.
Unbelievable. I like to posture it as what it was a bunch of women who just decided to make public that they were running everything. Okay. We all know how that goes, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, Ilhiana, you are the upcoming keynote speaker at the next event. So tell me a little bit about you and what you do.
Absolutely. Well, I'm an executive and leadership coach. I'm a diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant. I'm a facilitator, and I'm a motivational speaker, which is what I'll be doing at the forum. And I believe that leadership begins with the authenticity and purpose and leaning on our strengths and our zone of genius. And that is the work that I do with mostly women, and especially women of color, through one-on-one coaching, group workshops, and motivational speaker engagements like the one that we'll be having with Inforum at the Capstone Dinner in December.
Well, I'm sure you'll have an enthusiastic crowd there as well. So, Becky, let's talk a little bit about, because the event is the Capstone Dinner. Talk a little bit about the significance of that, its history, and what it means to West Michigan.
Yes. So Capstone is actually one of Inforum's largest signature events, and it's an evening event. So I always like to say, if you walk into the JW Marriott, you're certainly going to walk into a room that is full of not only women, but we certainly have men there. There are men as allies, and it's an evening that is full of synergy and energy. It's where you can come and participate in not only strengthening current relationships, but obviously making new connections as well. And you certainly will walk away feeling inspired by listening to our keynote speakers.
Yeah, and Ilhiana, if you would, just what will the message be that you're bringing to that audience?
Well, the message is going to be on self-advocacy and the importance of embracing the power of our voice, which is critically important, especially in the day and age that we're living here today. And I hope to share inspiring insights on why it's a critical skill in today's world, and inspire attendees to break through their barriers, to feel self-confidence, to articulate their value, and embrace and believe that anything is possible, especially as we end the year and head into an amazing 2025.
Well, and you do a lot of consulting outside of this. Speak to me a little bit about your minority section that you work a lot with. Are they coming forward? Are they feeling better about their opportunities, et cetera?
Well, there's still a lot of work to do. And I think like with every group, their needs representation is critically important. And they need a lot of guidance in terms of it's not a matter of capacity or capability. It's a matter of knowing how to. So by work like the work that we're doing through my organizations and other very powerful organizations, including what Capstone is doing, it's just a matter of letting them know these are the paths, these are the strategies, these are the tactics, these are the resources, so that then they can move forward. So hopefully that's something that we'll be able to achieve in 2025.
Well, we need them. So keep them coming forward, would you? Becky, give us a little bit of the history on this Capstone Dinner.
So we actually launched the Capstone Dinner back in 2015. It was part of the celebration of our 10-year anniversary here in West Michigan. So we have a volunteer committee that discusses what is a relevant topic for the year. And that's going to resonate not only with our members and guests, but also our community. And so we've just kept it going since 2015.
Unbelievable. How do people register for this?
Yes, we still have a few more seats available. So you can go out on www.myinform.org. And on the top, we have some tabs. You can click on events, scroll down to November 21st, and the Capstone Dinner there will be there with the registration link.
Well, Becky Puckett-Wood, Vice President, Corporate Member Engagement with Inforum Michigan, Grand Rapids, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And of course, Ilhiana, thank you as well, who will be the speaker, the keynote speaker, and bring a lot to the room, Ilhiana Rojas Saldana. So thank you, ladies, and wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.